helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright star. And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Somewhere out there, if love can see us through, then we'll be together somewhere out there, out where dreams come true.
Katie!
I'm really getting middle child syndrome.
You have to turn sideways. You have to turn sideways and move it in.
I am sideways.
How's this? Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Vicky, 1, 2, 3.
You're right, you just said.
Right. These three is this way.
Ready to college.
Well, this is just a simple song to say what you done. I told you about
My dad was a funny man in so many ways. Haha, funny and funny like, oh my God. But one thing he did is he did love us. He loved us very much.
My dad was a pretty interesting man. He's done a lot of great things in his life. He was an inventor, kind of like his father and his great-grandfather. He was always working hard. He always tried to do the best thing he could do for us as a family.
What I want to say about my dad is, you know, we're all people of our time. We live in the generations in which we were born. We do the best we can, and we raise our families, and that's good.
I would describe him as a quiet man who loved people, especially his own family. He dearly loved his bride of 64 years.
Says she sees you in turtlenecks and sweatshirts. Now we got one more etiquette.
Kind of like made my days when I was young, listening to the stories of the people taking it down, which I handed on to my kids. It was kind of cool.
As a little kid, I always thought my dad was like my hero. He could do anything. He could sing, he could dance. He just made things fun.
Say something.
He was talking about olives.
Yeah, that's more than the kitchen. You know?
One of my favorite memories was Christmas morning. We'd get up, and of course with the size family that we have, there would be presents 3/4 of the way of the room. We didn't have a pot to piss in. We didn't have sometimes food on the table, but when Christmas morning came around, there were presents for every single kid, every single grandchild, and it was just amazing. He was a storyteller, and he enjoyed a good story too. He was just a sweet guy. We're gonna miss Dad a ton.
He loved Mom. I remember riding home one time, and he told me, he said, "Right, I'll do whatever I got to do for them. I love her so much."
you are a charm on the chain that I stole. It's special for you.
I think my favorite memory of my dad is playing with my granddaughter, his great granddaughter, Bobby, on the floor, and watching him with his kids. Things he probably never had done back in post-World War II age, but he had grown to a point that that was okay. He could do that, and that was really cool.
I don't want this on my phone. Money. Vicky! Money. No, you don't have any.
Grandpa was a real pain in the ass, but he was a good grandpa. He cared for us. He loved all his grandchildren dearly, and he was just always there for us. I mean, living up above him for 6 years, I had the special privilege of seeing him every day, which a lot of people don't get. And it was just nice to know I had that security blanket downstairs, just for anything, just to feel safe.
What I remember about Papa or Dad is his love of the family. I know that he always would say, "This is," we had parties, and he always say, "This is what I created." Obviously, his 7 kids, his grandkids, and his great-grandkids.
Superman or Salmon?
Oh, Papa. Papa was a character. So many good little everyday memories. Staying at Nana and Papa's house, watching Wheel of Fortune with them, playing cribbage, even though I'm not very good. I'm hoping by the time my time comes and I see him again that I'll be good enough to beat him.
One of my favorite memories of Dad, and I'll just always remember, is him sitting at the dining room table when him and I were dating and first married, and just going over there on Sundays for dinner and sitting at the dining room table and having, coffee cup after coffee cup, and playing cards and playing Michigan Rummy, and of course him beating me like crazy in cribbage. But just good memories of Dad.
I joined this family only 3 years ago after Mom died. So I didn't really know them as a couple, but Papa Leo was always very kind to me and very welcoming.
What Papa Leo meant to us was that he was a great guy and he had an awesome personality. Our favorite memory with him is on Thanksgiving Day when we all sat down at the table. Me and him were having a funny conversation about cards and what you can do with cards. Papa Leo meant a lot to me. My favorite memory was that we just sat together after Nana Bunny's funeral and talked. Hi. How you doing? I know.
Grandpa was the only grandfather I ever knew, which alone is special, and I think it's special to anyone. What I remember is not necessarily like an event memory, but after Nana died, I actually got to spend my very first alone time with Grandpa, and as it was peaceful and quiet time, it was still really nice, and we had nice conversation, which I've never gotten to have with him, and that was really special.
One of the first things I remember about him 31 years ago, he helped Ernie make my hope test. That's something that I'll always keep very special. His wife, he adored. You can see that.
You know, what Papa meant to me, as I'm sure he meant to everybody, was Papa meant a lot, you know. As far as it goes, none of us would be here without Papa or without Nana. You know, I'm glad to say that I got to know the side of Papa that a lot of people want to remember. You know, I got to know a loving grandfather and a loving man. You know, he was a funny, witty man. Very quiet, sometimes hard to understand, but the things that came out of his mouth were often insightful or funny.
And one thing that comes to mind about Grandpa is how he always encouraged me in music, and I'll always remember that. He gave me this Irish music and these 2 tapes. One was this guy named John McCormick, and he was great, and I wore that tape out and learned so much about singing just from listening to that guy. And Grandpa loved music. I remember one time he saw Willie Nelson at the Melody Tent, and I asked him about it, and I said, man, Willie Nelson, he's getting older. And Grandpa said, not older, just better, kid.
You know, when I think of Grandpa, there are just so many memories that flood my mind. I think about the time as a kid, he would take me to the beach, and he would use his binoculars to look at the sailboats, and I would ask him, Grandpa, what are you looking at? He would say, I'm looking at the sailboats. I'm like, but Grandpa, the water's out there. You're looking down there. I'm not really sure what he was still looking at.
Shay here. Just wanted to say, Grandpa, I'm going to miss you. You know, I love you, and I'm just happy you're going to be with Nana Bunny again. It's heart is heavy, but you know, I'm so happy for you guys to be reunited.
From now, we'll all be gone. All our friends will move away, and they're going to better places. But our friends will be gone away. Nothing is as it has been, and I miss your face like hell. And I guess it's just as well, but I miss your face like hell. Been talking about the way things change, and my family lives in a different state. And if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. So if you don't know what to make of this, then we will not relate. Oh, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, oh rivers and roads, oh rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you. Rivers and roads, rivers and roads, rivers till I reach you.
There's been one constant in the 3 or so years that I've been back home. It's that once or twice a week, I'd pull out of my driveway, pull out of the block, and at some point I'd pass Papa's car, and he'd be coming right here. In many ways, in those 3 years, I don't think he ever left here. His mind, his heart, his body, in some way, was always waiting to get back to her. It only feels fitting that we end this video with what they're probably doing right now. Pop, this next dance is for you and Nan. Hold her tight. Tell her we miss her. We miss you. And hopefully, we'll get to see each other someday soon.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart and mind embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.